Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a very interesting deck profile for you guys. We're going to be talking about Ogdoadic. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, which is something you should do because that's where I post all my behind the scenes stuff and overall fun stuff, you have been seeing that I am interested in a deck featuring the snakes. This is the newest archetype from Ancient Guardians, which is a deck building set that featured 3 new archetypes. And I really like the look of the snakes, and I figured they would be fun, so why not just test them out? And there are a couple of lists you can play. You have a Lair of Darkness version, which might not be the best, but it's kind of fun. You have a Dragonlink Chaos version, and the list that we are going to showcase today is the Invoked version, because if you don't know how to play something, just play Alistair the Invoker in it. But no, all in all, it's actually good synergy because they do have a lot of lights and they do require bodies in the field. So it actually works. Actually. Now, I've been wanting to play this deck for a while. I think that it's really cool. People have been playing it recently in a lot of different stuff. I've seen Koti Angelov playing it with the dragons. And yeah, there are just a lot of versions you can play. And this is the kind of the deck list that we came up with. I really like it. It's actually a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm really happy to showcase this deck for you guys. So without further ado, let's go straight into the deck profile. So to start off with the snakes, we play triple new, and we play triple Naya. Both of them have the effect that you can discard it to send either a dark or a light to the graveyard. The light sends the dark sends the light. It's that obvious. Nunu has an effect in the graveyard. When you have no monsters or all your monsters are Ogdoadic, you can special summon her. But she banishes itself when she leaves the field. Nuya has another effect. When she is normal, I believe, normal or special summoned, you can add a Ogdoadic spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. And you can only use each effect once per turn. Both of these cards. So you send this card to the grave for its effect, and then you summon her back, and then you tribute her for the Ogdoadics. Then we play 2 of the good level 8s. Curse has the effect that you contribute 1 monster when it is in the graveyard, special summon it. Then your opponent can, which is an optional effect. Your opponent can special summon the 1 monster from the graveyard, but its effects are negated. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 of 4 lower Ogdoadic monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So you special this on an empty board, then you tribute it to special this, then you use its effect to special this, search a spell or trap. What you then do is you summon others. You can tribute, you can summon this card by tributing 1 monster, and then your opponent can add a monster back from their grave to their hand. And when this card is special summoned, you can shuffle 2 of your banished monsters, including at least 1 reptile, back into the grave. So that resets the entire loop. So the idea of this deck, of course, is that it works together with the popular card Snake Rain. Now, Snake Rain says, discard 1 card, send 4 reptiles from your deck to the grave. So 1 Snake Rain, you can send 1 of each of them. So again, you special Nunu, you tribute 4 Curse, you special Noya, you add a spell or trap, you tribute for this, you should probably summon them like this, effects, shuffle them back. So now you have an instant rank 8, which is of course not that's insane, gotta be honest. But you can do this every turn, and that's really, really interesting, and there comes a lot of utility with these. So we also play a couple of other Ogdoadics. Play Amunessa, and Aron. Now both of them are very good against situational decks. Amunessa, they both have the requirements you special summon them by tributing 2 monsters, so that's a little bit more. When an opponent's monster special summons a monster from the graveyard, you can send a card on the field to the grave, which is why Amunessa is great against decks that summon from the grave. And Aron is good versus decks that add. Now, these are not cards that I focus on. I do play them because we play a trade-in engine, and I just wanted to play some more snakes in the deck, so we play these 2 as well. And the last snake that we play is Uktabis, the Ogdoadic Overlord. You can summon him by tributing 3 monsters, which is something that you never do. And once, while he is face up on the field, which is not once per turn, it is a quick effect, but it's not once per turn, so it's only once when he's face up on the field. You can send all monsters on the field to the graveyard that were not summoned from the graveyard, which is really, really insane. It doesn't care if they're face up, doesn't care if they're extra deck monsters, just if it's not summoned from the grave, it goes to the grave. Then we play triple Alistair. And because we play a lot of cards that discard cards, and that's very good Ash bait, we also play the Gamma package. And we don't really play anything to do with this. It is really nice if you have these monsters, because you can just tribute them for your Ogdoadic, which is actually pretty good. The reason, by the way, why Alistair is kind of good, I skip over this maybe. You can use Alistair as a body for overlay, which is we play a couple of rank 4s. Now do note that when you have Nunu on the field, you can only special summon reptiles. We do play a level 4, a rank 4 reptile monster. But Alistair's rank 4 ability definitely comes into play. And you can also just tribute him away for your Ogdoadics, which is really nice. Then we play the 1 Levy and the 1 Diabolos. These are the targets that you're gonna add with the Melody. I only play 2 targets. You can probably play 3, but I'm already on 41 cards. So that is it for the monsters. If you are wondering, how do you then summon the Ogdoadic? So spells are of course triple Snake Rain. The only Ogdoadic card we play is Ogdoadic Water Lily. Now this card is interesting. Send 1 reptile monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then, if you have 5 or more reptiles with different names in your graveyard, you can special summon the 1 reptile monster from your graveyard. So it only checks on resolution. It does need different names. So you have the snacks, the 1, the 2, 3, and the 4 that you sent with Snake Rain. Then maybe you can add, normal summon a Nuya, or you are a little bit later in the combo. You can send the Ogdoadic, and then you summon the Ogdoadic with the Water Lily, because you have the 5 Ogdoadic in the grave. And it's also really nice. That's why we play the Owl and the other queen, because then you have a little bit more names to play around with. So that's the only Ogdoadic spell trap we play. We don't really play the others because they're just not good enough. We play triple Meltdown. Only 1 Invocation, because we are already on 41 cards, and making room in this deck is really insane. And you do want to have your Snake Rain. So playing over 40 is a little bit disadvisable, but I really cannot cut a card. You can maybe cut a Meltdown if you don't play 40, but yeah, I do want to play double Water Lily, even though it's once per turn. But yeah, figure that out on your own. Then the Ash Bait, triple Trade-in, double Melody. Then, because we are expecting to be hand traps, we do play the triple Tactic Talents. It allows us to draw 2 cards deeper in the deck, so even if we get Ashed, we can just draw another copy of Snake Rain. The Hand Trap, Ash Stopper, and the last card that we play is Triple Strike. Because this deck is not that good, we do have to play some good cards, which is where the Solemn Strike comes into play. I actually won a lot of matches on just that card alone. Because, you know, ending on your board, it can be stopped with something like Droplets, which happened a lot. And having the Strike as a backup is really nice. So we play a double Mechaba and a Goodies. I don't really have any other attributes. You can play the Kaliga. I'm not a fan of Kaliga, which is why it is not there. We play 1 Artemis for the Alistair, 1 Phoenix as the generic. You can also play the Reptile Link too, which is something that I do advise. I just don't have it, and I don't know, it hasn't come up that great yet. So that's a little bit up for debate. I'm still testing the deck, of course. So we play 1 King of the Feral Imps, which is a generic rank 4, once per turn, detach 1, add a reptile, which is nice. Then I do play the Rika Queen Stena. Now, if you do wonder what is Rika Queen Stena, when this card is tributed, you can special summon a plant from your extra deck and equip the Rika Queen to the plant. So if you have like Alistair or double snacks and you can overlay them and then tribute it, you can summon a free negate, which is really, really nice. So I do like that card. There are more options you can play. You can also play the Teardrop, which is a card I really like, which is rank 8 XYZ, which is quick play tribute monster, which is also disruption, which is really nice. I do only play the Hyperterion for now. Then some rank 8s. We do play the Hope Harbinger. And this is also together with the 101 and the Dracuplian to get some easy more bodies on the field. Which is really, really nice. So we do play the Sanapons. We play the Dingirsu as the other rank 8 that's good. We do play Zeus. Zeus is also a good card, which is really, really nice in this deck. And the last card we play is an Abyss Dweller. Now this really has not come up in testing yet, so I am still trying to see what else might be good for this deck. So yeah, that's the deck. Overall, I really, really had a lot of fun with it. Like, actually, this deck was a lot of fun to play. It's not that good, but it is really, really fun. So if you haven't checked this deck out, be sure to go and check it out, because this deck is really, really nice. And yeah, this is the first version of the deck. I'm going to be playing this more of the next couple of months because I just like it. And now that the extravaganzas are kind of over for a bit, I do have some room to play other decks. So that is definitely just something that I'm going to try out. If you have any tips for me or want to see any other versions, be sure to comment down below. Go follow me on Twitter again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.